So there isn't a multiverse where there's not a multiverse. Like in the infinite multiverse, is there a multiverse universe that doesn't have a multiverse?
Yeah, 838.
Oh.
No.
Welcome. Where the incursions? And welcome to 10 Random Things.
Here we are, another episode of 10 Random Things. I'm Rob.
I'm Kyle.
This is it. We do have I think you do see the background is a little bit more energetic and dynamic. Let's just get into it.
Yeah. Thank you, Govee. Not a sponsor,
but if they wanted to, we could always use more Govee lights.
That's right.
What do you think? Do you want to just?
Yeah, sure. You want to start?
Yeah.
You got a box?
What do we got here? Wow, a lot of boxes today.
Do you want to explain the premise, or do you think by this
point?
Oh,
the premise is I bring 5 things, you bring 5 things. Mm-hmm. Pop culture, current event, news, fun, fandom stuff related.
Right. I don't know what you brought. You don't know what I brought. We're going to open up. And
we do it, and we see what happens. And calamity ensues.
Ooh!
What do we have? And we have a thing cam as always.
That's right. From our friends at Star Command. There's Zurg and minifigs of Buzz Lightyear. I protect the galaxy from the threat of invasion. Buzz. To infinity and beyond. I don't even know who all these people are. These are from the brand new Disney Pixar film, Lightyear. Oh, they even got the whatever that thing is.
So there is.
You can't even see.
Is the cat? There's
the cat's in here.
This is. He mentions what this is. This is the fuel that powers the ship.
Yep. We got a couple of heads in there too.
I want to say it's Tiberium, but it's not. That would be Command and Conquer.
Oh.
He's got that. Okay, so here's the deal. New Lego sets.
Yep.
This is one of the smaller of the 2 sets. I have the ship. That might be.
Okay. Is this to scale? Like, is that how big Zurg is in the movie?
Oh, is he mech-like?
I don't know. we've seen him in the trailers just by himself. Like there's one quick shot of him turning fire,
Lego,
but never with. No. Oh yeah, well,
especially when Lego does these big features, like the one they just did with the Iron Man set, where the Ironmonger was.
Oh yeah, that's true. He was giant.
It's completely wrong. This is good though. This is a nice set.
Yep.
I love the new Buzz Lightyear and his friend. They have different heads that you can replace and stuff for that.
What even has his wings are brown.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's a
interesting
color storyline thing.
Well, they look like they're rustic. So there may be that. There's a little droid.
Yep, this is gonna be the scene stealer right here. Is the cat. Everybody's already loving the cat.
So these sets hit.
We're only gonna make it through Act 1. Sorry to say.
Wait, what? That person?
Yeah. Have you not seen the new trailer?
Well, she gets sucked in. Oh no, she gets old then. Is she the one who? No, wait, really?
Yeah, they visit her grave at one point.
That's in the trailer?
In the trailer, yeah. Spoiler for those who don't like trailers. But
well, that seems like
that's the new thing we learned in the new story trailer for Lightyear is that there is a time jump, literally a time jump. Whoa. Buzz Lightyear goes on a test flight and finds that when he lands, 65 years have passed. And everyone he knows is
they're
right.
But to the grave and beyond. All right.
Well, maybe not beyond though.
Oh no.
I don't. I can tell you, my 8-year-old is super excited for this movie. She asks me every couple days, "Is it out yet? Is it out yet?"
No, it's June
17th.
Yeah.
The interesting. So they're doing a good job of advertising to the children.
Totally interesting thing to note on this one is, I mean, there's some stickers and stuff. I know people talk about that a lot. There's some cool building techniques. The droid has an upside down build to get this kind of effect. But the one thing that a lot of people have talked about, these are the new stud shooters.
The new launchers. Yeah.
That the launcher, and it would be really hard, super small, but it takes the stud sideways and.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. So anyway, you've got this, which you'll see this, I'm sure, in a lot of other sets.
Yeah.
Star Wars and a few other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool sets.
Mm-hmm.
I love the minifigs.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very happy with the minifigs on that.
Yeah. Our little Chris Evans.
Yeah. And the Zurg is actually, he's a little more mechish than I wanted.
Yeah, well.
He's a little bit more, I missed the cloak of the original.
Yeah, true.
When I was building this, you know what I totally forgot, and I no longer have any of these. For those of you who remember the 90s, you remember that there was a big run on interactive banks. Those plastic banks that you would get, like when Star Wars Episode 1 came out, they had Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul, and the banks were all like, you put a coin in and then they would move.
Right.
And then if you got all three of them, they all would interact with each other.
Yeah.
There was a Zurg one I had. Actually, I had a Buzz Lightyear one and a Zurg one, and the Zurg one was amazing because he'd lift his thing, he'd make the noise. But what I loved about Zurg was the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
He had this very
he had the ball
blaster. Magic. Yeah, the ball blaster with the cloak.
I remember when I was working at during high school / college, I was working at KB Toys, which I don't even think is a thing anymore. I think they're kaput. But they had that was the time that Pixar stuff was coming out, and they were independent. They hadn't been bought yet. And the Bugs Life stuff came out. So they had Bugs Life, and they had interactive talking toys. So they had a Flick and Hopper, and they would actually interact with each other. It's like, I see you, Flick. Like they would. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but I had never seen anything like that before, especially in like a big plush toy that they would talk back and forth. And of course, the voice of Hopper was provided by the film's director, because the actor who portrayed that character originally in the film said, "I don't do plastic." But fast forward a number of decades, and his career fell apart, like a house of cards.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that's actually Andrew Stanton doing the voice.
It was actually really.
He did a really good job.
Good.
Yeah.
I
thought it was really cool. They were super expensive, so I never actually bought them, but they were pretty cool.
I think I had Tuck and Roll.
Oh yeah, the Tuck and Roll. Also the Tuck and Roll.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'd say those are also really cool too, because they did stuff too. But of course, they didn't speak English or any normal language.
Spoke no language.
Right. Exactly.
Lightyear, Lego Lightyear toys out now. Very cool. Looking forward to the movie.
So this is where people are going to start to wonder: are these things really random? Because it could be that we're on kind of the same wavelength. Because I also had something in the brick family. Because something else going. So this is not new. It's something that I just brought out. So we have some of our friends from Jurassic Park.
What?
So this is actually there's actually a set that came. Oh, you can put it on the thing.
Yeah, there we go.
So there's a lab set that came out a couple of years ago. That it's sort of like recreating the scene when the raptors try and like break into the lab as Lex is frantically typing and trying to. It's a Unix system, like that whole thing. And then you can also have, if you have a Dennis Nedry figure, which they did not put out in this set, you can have them go in. There's the place where you can steal the eggs and all that stuff. So I brought the raptor.
Wait a minute.
The clever girl herself, and then Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Lex, and I was gonna say Timmy, but that's not his name.
No, that's not Timmy.
It's not Timmy.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'm trying to. I'm like playing the scene in my head.
It's not
Him
Tommy.
yelling.
No?
Tim. It is Tim.
Yeah,
I think it is Tim. I think it's just Tim, though, not Timmy. It's just Tim.
Okay, I've never actually played with the Jurassic, any of the Jurassic Legos.
Yeah, that raptor is awesome.
Yes,
they did such a nice job on that.
Wait, and he's got a very satisfying.
Yeah. Right?
What?
Yeah, I think he's great. That raptor for a while there when it was new in the house, I had the set on the shelf. That raptor would disappear a lot because he would end up being brought into some of my daughter's adventures and stuff too. So yeah, I just basically took a typical Lego plate and brought them along. So I tried to like have them moving stuff too, but it turns out when you like have them in action poses and they're only on one foot, they fall off really easy. So if you want to have.
Wow, these figures look
I'm
great.
not a good Lego poser. Yeah, I know. I'm super happy, and you know, because they're coming back, so we're getting to see the return of Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, Dr. Malcolm.
Well, there is that Lego set, that
I don't know if the kids are
scene
in it.
set of the Tyrannosaurus attack. That one looks really cool. That's you'd get another set of these figures, much better, I'm sure, with the prints.
Yeah.
And then
I couldn't afford the big, the gates. The gates. So that was like
that gate set.
Yeah, I know, because it had all of them. It had all the minifigs, like the entire cast, including like Donald Gennaro. I mean, like the whole group of them.
Who's Donald?
The lawyer.
The lawyer who gets eaten off the off the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was in Satmat talking about Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park is a big thing for me. So I love the first movie, and I'll be going to see the new one, but not with the same level of excitement.
Very nice.
Sitting over there with the empty one, right?
I have a here we go. This one is the return of a previous item.
Oh, okay.
The rest has shown up.
Oh, the other TARDIS. Oh, wow. That's a deep cut.
Oh no,
wow.
Isn't it? Here, let's we'll put those out there.
On the thing.
So these are the TARDIS series pins from Forbidden Planet. Titan is the company.
Yeah.
But they've got these other collector's packs, and the one that you're talking about is the what is that? The Armoire?
That's from the girl in the fireplace.
So this is Colin Baker, Sixth Doctor.
Oh, it is?
That's when he fixed the controversial fixing of the chameleon circuit.
Oh.
And then that became the TARDIS, and everybody went,
no.
What are you doing?
Okay, no, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So we got original. Obviously, this is like the without skin.
Right.
Like this is
the cylinder.
Cylinder. And then this is the Bad Wolf. This is the broken TARDIS sort of after it's like when it's dead, right?
Yes.
And then so the other ones I don't know.
Well, I think that's War Doctor. I think that's
Okay.
the War Doctor one.
Okay.
That may be I think the Third Doctor, because the lighter blue. Or no,
Okay.
that's the Third Doctor, the lighter blue.
Okay, I was wondering what the lighter blue.
And then
was.
we've got, I think that's Jodie's, I think that's 12th Doctor.
Okay. All right.
And yeah. No,
I'm really surprised. I consider myself a fan, and yet I have not noticed how many different times they have subtly changed the TARDIS.
Oh yeah. Scale, the pitch of the
something
roof.
new.
So not only did I bring these just because I was excited that these shipped.
Why, was there something interesting in the Doctor Who world?
Well, here's what I want to talk about. So there is a new Doctor was announced.
That's right.
What number is he?
14.
Is he though?
Well, that's a good question.
Did you catch the whole controversy? They're saying
they
that
have not announced him as the 14th Doctor.
They announced him as
the next Doctor.
As the new Doctor.
The new Doctor.
I wonder who is going to actually regenerate from Jodie into.
You still are that?
Yeah, you know who it is? Can I tell you who it's going to be?
Who
It's going to be David Tennant.
Okay.
He's going to lose his hand.
Okay.
And he's going to have to regenerate, and he's going to regenerate into who is the new.
So is it going to be the other hand? It'll be his.
Yes, the other hand.
His left instead of his right, because
That's even a deeper.
That's pretty good.
Cut.
But you know who disagrees with you, and that's Georgia Tennant, because they asked her, and she's like, "If he did, he hasn't told me."
He hasn't told. Well, no, yeah, and she would know.
Yeah,
his,
like
his
he'd
spouse.
been gone. You know, like she's like, I'm pretty sure, like, he calls me from the set of Good Omens 2, like with the eyes in it and everything, but like I have not seen the suit, still in the closet.
I just think that's funny. That
and the trainers, like, still in the closet. I don't know that dude at all. I actually, so much so that I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I have to learn that.
Yeah.
So I don't know him at all. I've never watched Sex Education or any other stuff that he'd been in. So, but that's not a knock. That's the same thing happened with Matt Smith. I had no idea who Matt Smith was. So I had to go look him up. Same thing with Jodie. I had no idea who Jodie was.
Broadchurch?
I never watched
Broadchurch.
I don't really do murder shows.
It's dark.
Yeah. I can
dark.
just look at a still and go, oh yeah, I see what that is.
Oh no, it's dark. I mean, if that's cool. But
I know everybody's got their
dark.
stuff. I'm just saying I'm not big into like the looking off in the middle distance, like thinking about murder. That's not my genre.
So I'm excited. We're excited to see where the show goes.
I'm excited. Rusty Davies is back, and he seems to be super excited about this.
Yes.
And he said he's been keeping this a secret for 3 or 4 months. Like they already had signed him, and they were just waiting for the right announcement. And so I don't know if they're probably not shooting and stuff yet, but because obviously there's no casting. But the announcement was a little unusual. We sort of texted about this too, because Peter Capaldi got a big television special, and they had like a door and and smoke and pyro, and he came running out, and everybody's like, oh my god, when they announced Jodie, she got a special shot trailer of her, not in the costume because they hadn't finished that, but like walking through the woods, like a cloaked figure, and then she steps out and pulls the head out and like, oh my god! And this one, it was a press release.
Because he's not the next Doctor. Because he's the
That's your conspiracy theory?
Because he's the new Doctor. No, he's going to be great.
It's just it was a little underwhelming in terms of like, you know, and I know it's far away. Like we'll get to see him. Will he be wearing Jodie's clothes?
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, like all of a sudden, and like he's got like it's all stretched out, and because I think he's a bigger guy than Jodie is, because Jodie's not a big person.
Well, I don't know though. You know what the pictures of him at the BATFAs, which is where they did the announcement, or like right on the cusp of it. He's Russell T Davies towered over him.
Oh, wow.
So he actually is, I think, maybe of a smaller stature. So maybe that actually they'll figure that out.
All right, they'll figure that out. I'm just curious because we're only going to see, and that'll be it. He'll say like one line probably.
Right.
And then that'll be it until spring 2023.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I think that's we'll see where the show goes.
So I took my teenage daughter to a show. So another one of those things that got delayed from 2020. We bought tickets in 2020, 2019 actually, and then suddenly it got delayed and then canceled and redone. So, but they finally, safe enough to travel, a podcast came to town. So I took my daughter to see Night Vale. So I brought one of the books of Night Vale. So they actually have a touring show of Welcome to Night Vale came through town, and we got to go see it. She had never seen it live before. This is called Mostly Void, Partially Stars. This is actually the scripts. So they started putting out the scripts of a bunch of the episodes. They've done 4 volumes so far. This happens to be a signed copy. I wish I could say that I met them, but I just bought the signed copy. It's first edition. They did a first edition and was signed, and so I got Jeffrey and Joseph signature on there too. So this is neat because they get to put out the script, and then they basically do like sort of an essay about the episode and sort of what they were talking about, what they were thinking about, and then you have the full script of the episode, which is interesting for this kind of podcast because if you have not listened to Welcome to Night Vale, first of all, you should. Even though they're like 200 episodes deep at this point,
sure. But you could start at the beginning.
You can start at the beginning. There's the continuity for them is a little like they don't really care that much. There's storyline, but there's not like it's not hugely because it's a radio show. The premise is that it's a radio show that happens in this town where basically every conspiracy theory is true. So there are monsters under the bed. There is a government agency that is monitoring you. There are things coming from space that want to take you away. Everything is true. So it's all and everybody just goes on about their lives. So it is mostly monologue. So like everything is basically like you have your host Cecil, and he is talking through 90% of an episode, and then other people will sometimes come on or anything too. So when you read this, it is really just monologue. Like I'm even more impressed with Cecil Baldwin, who's the actor who plays Cecil Palmer in the show, because he has to read all of this stuff and then make it super exciting. He's amazing, and when he comes and seeing him perform it live was a whole nother level of excitement too. So they have like a small troupe, like 5 of them, basically travel around the country, do the show. They have a musical guest that they bring with them that sort of opens the show and then does a song in the middle of it, and that's the whole thing. It's pretty amazing that this weird little show has become this sort of big thing that they can. I mean, I wouldn't say it was sold out, but pretty much nothing I've seen has been sold out lately. I think there's still a little bit of not everybody can get out to everything in a safe way.
Every book that you bring, I love just turning it to a page.
Yeah.
And so this page, I'll just read for a second.
Okay.
The Sheriff's Secret Police also asks Night Vale residents to please help in their neighborhood watch program.
Yeah.
Secret Police are in every neighborhood watching everybody. So here are some tips. Number 1, keep all windows open during clement weather. And if you must close them, please make sure that they are clean and stand near them so cameras and microphones can clearly identify you.
Yep.
Number 3 is do not wear tinfoil hats, which I think is very funny.
Yeah.
But number 2, having any private conversations, whether via phone or with those in your home, turn down the TV and radio to cut back on the noise pollution. Too much boring talk about plans for your garden or where to buy good laser discs can make the secret police tired and less effective at their jobs.
That's right. In Nightville, everyone knows the secret police are actually monitoring you and listening. So you try and do everything you can to make their job easier. Yeah. So if you're a fan of the show, I recommend these. Mostly avoid partial stars. They also have like full-on novels that they have written that are separate from that too. I mean, I have those as well. But I wanted to bring this one just because this is direct from the show to your hands. So, and they are still on tour. They're still traveling through the area. So if they check their listing, see if they're coming to your area, it's not that expensive, and it's a really good out of weird artsy stuff.
I almost feel like I should have a permanent spot for a Super 7.
I was thinking that too.
Because now I'm on my Super 7 kick again. And this one, because I wanted these figures, they had announced their ultimate figures of these figures. So what did I bring today? I was
thinking, is this the 7th? But no, it's not. Oh my gosh!
I brought Ren and Stimpy.
Wow, Ren and Stimpy. Once again, it's amazing. I don't even know these things exist until you bring them out.
Can you believe?
I'm just a toy nerd, and yet.
I mean, okay,
they're so good.
The figures are great. I mean, these are trying to be just these little basic figures.
I would if I had been working at KB Toys and these were then on the shelf, I would have bought them in a second because the sculpting they can do nowadays.
Okay, these are great figures.
Is amazing.
But look at the card.
You fat-blooded idiot.
Yes, and that is okay. Yeah, in case you haven't seen.
Yeah.
There is a third figure which I have not.
Powdered Toast Man.
Oh
wow.
And that's what I wish the one was. There should be a log as the background.
They should have Powdered Toast Man comes with a kitten, but like one of them should come with log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
They just announced.
It's better than bad. It's good.
Oh, it's good. That was a class I did at ASU one time. I used it when I was.
Really?
I taught a very short class because there's complications to this. I was asked to help teach a class about web development in the 90s, which that should tell you something. And what I did for the class was I took the log commercial and I digitized it and used that as we were making a small website to sell logs. And that's what the class was about. And I think everybody, like 5 people, thought this was funny.
I'm trying to remember because log also speaks different languages. I'm trying to remember what the different languages are. Because there was French, Spanish, because the Spanish was Las cucarachas entran pueden o pueden salir. And like I had one of my friends who speaks Spanish. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, it doesn't really mean it's basically like your mother steps on cockroaches in the corner or something like that. And then Spanish, which is I am a bearded lady. Jeez. Because Spanish.
So the cool thing, Super 7 just announced their Wave 2 of Star Trek: The Next Generation figures.
Oh, that's right. Because I think we're getting Judge Q. That was the
Judge
one
Q,
like,
Geordi,
nice.
And what was the benevolent?
Oh, that's the thing that kills Tasha.
Yes.
That's Maldus.
Yes.
Maldus or whatever. Like one episode. Actually, I take it back because of he comes back around again in Lower Decks. Maldus actually shows up in an episode of Lower Decks.
Ren and Stimpy, if you want them.
That's amazing.
Or get the Ultimates.
I mean, like they could really have just like phoned it in and just did another one of these. One Ren, one Stimpy. But no, they went full on. Like it looks like they were. Looks like John Kay sculpted them himself.
Yes, Stimpy is gorgeous. He's amazing. There you go.
Are you gonna keep him in the card? Or are you gonna?
I think I'm open.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're gonna be good. You don't have to do it now. You don't have to do it on camera. All right, what do I got over here? Okay. Oh yeah. So keeping on my thing of I like practical things that look like they can. This is something I've had for years and years and years. And if you're of a certain generation, this will mean a lot to you. But if I show it to basically anybody lower, they just go, yeah, okay. Because when you're from the Goondocks. This is important because Goonies are good enough for me.
Geez.
It's the key of One-Eyed Willie.
What?
So this is. So we get closer there. So this is metal. It has a nice leather strap that comes on here, and it is a full replica. There's not really much on the back of the Goonies logo. This is actually from Mezco. They do not make these anymore, but you can find them. But they feel that. It is a solid piece. It feels like, it is metal. It is a solid piece of metal. And when you wear it around your neck for a while, you feel it.
What?
But yeah, that's the key. If you remember, he puts it in the thing, it has to turn. He turns it the wrong way, and the force goes all the way, and he turns it back the other way.
Okay, well, not only am I impressed in that this looks good, the material's right, the painting and the weathering.
Yeah.
the embossed logo.
Yeah, right.
What?
Mezco did not do a lot of these things. I don't know if maybe they didn't, do very well financially or whatever. Because Mezco's still out there, still making good stuff. They just don't do these cool property replicas like this anymore. So, but I'm glad that at the time it came out, I bought it almost immediately. But about the same time that the key, if you watch the previous episode where I brought the key from a different company, but about the same time period.
Okay, do you know what's really funny?
Maybe the metal tooling was
Goonies either. Wait, where was it? There was some show we were just watching that there was a Goonies reference.
Really?
It might have been Bob's Burgers or Ghost or something, and they had a Goonies reference, and I went,
it entered the pop culture.
Thank you, because that's
And obviously, I think is the kid who played Data is in Everything Everywhere All at Once, right?
Oh yes.
I can't fit it over my head. Right, I can't.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, too big of a head.
There we go. I'm moving everything.
Well, not really.
All right, so
Which plate?
we have a disc plate. We're big fans of disc plate.
Yeah.
A lot of disc plates here. This just came
none
in.
on camera, but like basically on.
Oh yeah, they're not.
See.
They're off.
If you could see in the fourth wall, you'd see
there's
they're over
more.
here. They're over there.
We'll do a tour. We'll do a tour one of these days. So Displate is a company based in Poland that sells really cool metal art. So, and they have tons of licenses.
Yeah,
like
I think
everything.
we first discovered. Well, I'm saying we. I don't know.
Sure.
I think we first discovered them when they were doing Marvel stuff. That's at least that for me.
Yes.
Because they got the Marvel license and they did not only the movie posters but also like original art that Marvel had commissioned. And so you can get them customized. They're pretty cool. I don't have any, but I'm always envious of your collection.
Well, here's what I ordered. I ordered this one because this was the one. Wait, let me think. One or two things I ordered in celebration of May the 4th.
Oh yes.
And by the way, purchases on May the 4th. It's already here.
Yeah. Right.
That's pretty good, right? So we'll do the unboxing. And this. First of all,
Oh.
I love the fact. And you can see
This is a disc plate. Designed to express your. Oh, I see a couple familiar faces there
They have some.
peeking out.
Oh yeah, they've got some nice packaging.
So we got. Who says a small poster can't start big collections?
They have
They got
nice
stickers.
stickers. They have the stuff to wipe your wall down
Exclusive
before you
discount.
mount it.
You
Don't use my code.
Let's see, don't you?
But
really good camera, so you can get in there.
here is, so you also get it in a sleeve. And my display, when I saw this, I was like, I had to get this.
Oh wow!
So it's got the
Nice.
40th anniversary of Empire.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I don't.
Because I want to say every kid of the 70s had this poster in their bedrooms in like 80, 81 when Empire came out. I had this poster. I was always intrigued by it. I'm gonna do the zoom in here. The reason is because it's weird art in that. Look at the
Luke's on it
lightsabers
3 times.
Well, first of all, Luke's on it multiple times. Look at the lightsabers that Darth Vader is holding.
He's dual wielding, first of all.
And they're nothing.
Yeah,
They're not movie accurate.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are like laser pointers for cats.
Yes, that's exactly what these are. They're laser swords, right? But
them laser swords.
This poster hung on my wall when I was growing up.
Okay.
And I was so intrigued by it, one, because I love Darth Vader, and I just love the idea that, well, that's not what his lightsabers look like. Yeah. And why does he have 2?
Yeah.
And I
don't think even his gloves are right.
Oh no, this is not. No, those.
I'm not. I think 3PO's got some issues there too.
Oh, there's no. This is not.
I'm not disparaging.
No.
The artist from 40 years ago, because
sure.
Chances are they were going off of concept art. Yeah. Whomever it was that did this. Is this Joe Gisco? Like, I don't know. Did you know who the artist was?
I don't even know who the artist was.
Yeah. And a lot of times for like commercial art like this, they didn't even credit them.
No, this was like back of a cereal box poster, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I did not have this poster, but I think it's interesting that like people, Star Wars fans of our age or whatever, all of our stuff is like starts with Empire because there was so little merchandise for Star Wars.
Oh, exactly.
But when Empire came out, they were like flood the market. So like I had the sheets. Obviously, if you've been watching the show, you've seen the lunchbox.
Yes.
I brought that back around.
But I just love this. And display, one nice thing about it is it's magnetic. So you basically come with a mounting system. You put this on the wall and and it's there. And that's what's cool
And then
about magnets. You can adjust it.
Yeah.
And the reason why you have the sleeve, because they would encourage you to buy more so that you can switch them out, which this one may actually get switched out because I really like this one.
Was it The Graduate that the future is magnets? Wasn't it magnets? Or plastic? No, it was plastic.
Plastic.
Oh, magnets was Say Anything.
Oh, that's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Display
Magnets.
May the 4th.
Oh,
I'm
the cleaning wipes, too.
excited.
They are really cool. I love display. That display does some really good stuff, and I like they do that kind of stuff too because I think it's made to order.
Oh yeah, no, this is printed,
so they can have more obscure-ish kind of stuff like that. That image has probably not been used in 40 years.
It's incredible the amount of stuff that they have they've gotten the license to and the access to, because that was if that were a scan of the poster of an original poster.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look that good. I mean, like they got that art some other way from some other archive, which I'm really impressed by. Plus,
Lucasfilm Archives.
Well, I think May the 4th, the discount, I think it was like 37% off.
Nice.
That was like $26. So there you go.
Saying that's going to end last forever. I mean, like it'll be in your will.
Like
it'll still be around for the 80th.
Oh, wow. I mean, I am sure.
How many episodes will there be by that point?
Oh my God, I don't even wait. No, I don't even.
Yeah,
no.
All right. So for my May the 4th thing, I thought, see, we
have connection on the.
I know. Once again, there's an upcoming trip that we're going to be taking. Yes, we'll be getting in a car. We'll be driving somewhere, but our destination will be in a galaxy far, far away because we're going to a place we've never been before. And I thought, well, since we're going to a place we've never been before, I should probably get maybe a guide, maybe a traveler's guide to Batu.
Wait, what?
Because we are going to Galaxy's Edge for the very first time. Neither of us have been there before. We're going together. And so I got the traveler's guide to Batu.
Wait, are you serious? Like, what?
So, I mean, you've got all the stuff about, and the thing is, this is written as if it is an actual travel guide. So it's written by, so like the author, is, let's see, here we go.
You gotta be.
Elok Thurno, but he is a character himself. So he is writing all stuff there. So you can see there's all the actual photos and concept art and history of Batu and all the stuff.
Is he basically the Fodors of the Star Wars
pretty
universe?
much. Yeah. So I get the, and what I also find interesting, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But what I find interesting about this is it was published in 2020. So this is kind of the idealized version of Batu, what they wanted it to be before it launched, and then immediately closed. So seriously. I think a lot of stuff in here is probably not going to be as accurate anymore because those of you who've been following the saga of Galaxy's Edge of the Up and Down, they have pulled way back on the theming that they were doing, because at the original they were really pushing hard on the immersive Ren Fair experience, and then now as sort of they've gotten in and gotten bigger rides and more people and stuff too, they kind of scaled it back a little bit. So you have still some cast members who really get into it, but then a lot of people are just like, welcome to Galaxy's Edge of Disneyland. What? Would you like some chicken wings?
What? I mean, no. Oh,
and I say that's not coming. That's nothing against cast members. I'm saying this is coming from the top.
Yeah.
Like they're basically like, hey, let's go to the back. There's still a fun theme park.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it's like.
All right,
we'll see what our experience is.
We're going on Star Wars night, so we're hoping that everyone there will like bring it. Like that we'll really get some good things. See by Marani.
I'm very excited about this. I don't know if this drink still exists there, but I want the blue milk with the donut cookie on top.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I say that. If nothing else, like my short list of things that I want to make sure that we do or happens, got to get that blue milk.
Okay, I can't believe it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I had I don't know if maybe as we're driving, I'll be reading some of the stuff to you. Ooh, let me tell you about Black Spire Station. I'll do like a book and bedtime reading. The outpost does not have a dedicated refueling station.
Okay, that's pretty great.
Yeah, I love this. Oh, there's my boy. There's DJ Rex.
You just want to get a picture with him?
Yeah, I want to get a picture with him, but I don't know if I'll be able to get into Oga's Cantina. Apparently, it's a hot ticket.
We'll We have all
Rex
night.
Rex is my dude. Rex is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So I'm hoping I can at least get a shot at run in there, quick selfie, and then off we go.
I had a backup one just because I was just not sure, but I'm going to do this one then instead. I'm going to save that one for another time. On the heels of that, I actually brought.
Oh, that's right. They came in the mail. Don't show me your QR code.
Because no, you will not see. These are this is as far as I will get. No. So we got our 4-day passes for this, and I got really excited. Yeah, well, except for a few things. Here, I'm just going to show you this. So these are the 4-day passes to Celebration this year.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? What is the front of this?
I know. They've done such beautiful artwork in the past.
Right?
I would say we can maybe in the future one I'll bring in some of the because we even got a set from 2020,
which didn't happen.
They didn't happen. I know, but they still had printed the badges, so they actually were selling some of the badges. So we got some of those. But I don't know what that is. Is that
the Razor Crest leaving someplace?
I think it is. I think that's like the main plan. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a little disappointing. I mean, they've had such beautiful artwork in the past. They've done custom art. I can't remember that Joe Caroni, I think his name was. A couple of years ago did these really amazing sort of 80s inspired sort of line art. And I don't know much about art, but they were gorgeous. And they did this one that was like, oh, because I even got the one badge I got for my daughter is a kids pass, and it's not that much more exciting.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
for the 4 days, the big deal.
Yeah, the 4-day for kids is the same thing. It's just like a screenshot of some place. I don't even know where it is.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're pushing Mandalorian. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't know the name of that planet.
So I got my passes.
It's not Bespin, it's not Hoth, it's not Tatooine, it's not Dagobah.
There was if you were wondering I had a friend who will also be going with us. Actually, he had never gone before. He ordered his passes. He gets his passes in the mail. Yeah. And he texts me and he goes, "This is it?" Because here's what you get. Yeah. You get your passes.
Yep. You get
a sheet that explains to you what to do.
Yep.
A promo for some Citizen watches, which these look ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, sure. And a little cool, like a trading card, Steve Sansweet for the Rancho Obi-Wan, the museum and stuff.
Yeah, they're bringing a sampling of their stuff to.
I did think that was kind of cute, Boba Fett to Bo-Katan, which I think that's cool. Now here's the deal. This is what you get. It comes in a tiny little priority mail envelope, and he went, "What? Where's the lanyard? And you pick the lanyards up there."
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh no, they even have the thing. It says I think Chicago was like that. I think when we went in 20.
Oh yeah, that's true. There was a big bin, and they were like upper deck or something like that.
Yeah, somebody's the sponsor.
Yeah, and you go in.
This is it. This is happening.
Yeah, it's happening. It's getting close. It's getting real. Right. The schedule's up and all the panels and stuff too. Guess more
on that.
Okay, so over the weekend, I went. I saw Doctor Strange, obviously, but that's what we're talking about. I went and saw another movie because for Mother's Day, what my wife asked was, "Get these children away from me, please." And so basically, what she wanted, she's like, Can I just have a couple hours to myself? I just wanted to hang out. And so I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I said, I'll take the kids to a movie. So I let them pick, or I let my 8-year-old pick. There was nothing that 13-year-old wanted to see that the 8-year-old could see as well. So we went to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We'd seen Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, during quarantine. So it was one of the first sort of new movies that sort of came out, and we bought it and watched it at home and stuff too. And it was surprisingly good. I was impressed because I thought this is going to be terrible. And I watched it. I was like, I actually legitimately laughed a number of times. And Ben Schwartz is a great voice actor. It's got some problems, but as a sort of, dumb, fun kids movie. Yeah. And I got to say that, and Jim Carrey, fantastic. And so much in the second one, it's even more Jim Carrey. It's sort of, he is having so much fun in these movies. He is really just going completely Jim Carrey in a way we haven't seen in a long time. I hope it was as fun to watch as it was for him to do, because I know he's been sort of hot and cold about acting and stuff too. So it could be that this was his last performances. We don't know for sure. But as we watched it and we walked out, and my daughter and my teenager was like, "Oh my God, he was so funny. He was good." I was like, "Oh, that's right. You don't know Jim Carrey." So I thought, yeah, what movies should I show her?
Batman Forever. Not Batman Forever?
What movies should I show her? I think, Rob, it's time for an instant film fest.
What about Oh, wow.
That's right. Jim Carrey movies, baby. So, what 10 movies do you think hold up and show the range and power of Jim Carrey in 2022? Now, I will tell you on here, I have only put on movies where he appears in live action. So like Horton Hears a Who is not on here. I mean, all worthy, but like not what we're talking about here. I want a live Jim Carrey on screen performance. That's one. The second thing is no sequels. So like in here is Ace Ventura, but Ace Ventura 2 is not here. So I figure if you like the one, you'll like the other one. So just to eliminate that kind of thing in there. And every rest of them, I didn't do, and I did a little bit of pruning because there's a couple of them I had never heard of before. Like Fun with Dick and Jane. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So I did not put that on here. It's just like, that's because my choices are capricious and arbitrary.
So wait, remind me, what are we doing?
We're each picking 5 because we're going to do the 10 movies for the Jim Carrey Film Festival. So we each pick 5, and the rest of them throw them to the curb.
Okay.
We got lots of good choices here.
Did you go first?
No, you go first. I brought the thing.
So are you going to go in? Let me ask this: are you going to go in rank order when you do it? Your first choice. Your first choice is going to be your main choice.
Probably, yeah. As I look over, probably the one that like jumps out at me is like, yes, you need to have this one.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure.
I've not, and there's a couple I've not seen either. But
okay.
Yeah.
I think I've seen almost all these.
I have not seen. Actually, there's one. There's only one of these I've not seen.
Okay. To me, if you were going to say,
this is badly written, so if you can't read that, let me know. I miss my spacing. Yeah. A lot more words than I expected.
Oh,
that's a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, got it. No,
I got the other one. Oh no!
Sure. To me,
yes,
it is The Mask.
Oh, The Mask.
The Mask is number 1.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah. Like I would agree with that.
But there would be people who would definitely probably argue that, but no, I think it's The Mask. So
I think The Mask. I think it still holds up.
Yes.
Even with, even after all this time, that sort of crazy Looney Tunes feel to it. I'm gonna go for basically then my choice will be the one I think is highly underrated. One of my favorite of his performances of all time, and that's Cable Guy.
Oh.
The Cable Guy was a bomb sort of at the time. Like it broke the streak of doing like that. But I think time has shown on this one. I think people have gone back and went, oh wait, it's actually a really, really good movie. Ben Stiller directing.
Yes.
I think is highly underrated in terms of his comedic performances. Everybody sort of leans in on the bigger stuff, but like there was some real smart stuff going on in Cable Guy.
Do you think in retrospect, were people turned off because of the serious, the dramatic?
I think so. I don't
think they weren't ready for him.
They wanted more Ace Ventura. They wanted crazy fun thing, and there actually are some dark themes and some, he was sort of the villain of it in a way, like you weren't sort of with him going along and watching him and having fun and stuff too. He was kind of like, it's sort of like the What About Bob thing.
Yes.
And people love that, and they didn't want from Jim.
You know what's funny? This was okay. There was no question what I was going to pick first.
Yeah, and now it's getting interesting, right?
I will say that.
So we can. It's certain things. If you want to start eliminating ones, we can do that too.
No. I want to go because I have in my list. Okay, I have my 5 because my 5 will tell a story.
Okay,
but that's okay.
That's interesting.
I'm actually
to show to someone, basically to show to someone, the idea is using my daughter as the typically who only knows Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Oh wow!
To show the range and what holds up here in 2022, because there's a couple of these movies that do not.
Oh, this is so wow.
Right?
Okay, I almost can I honestly say this? Can I
Yeah.
actually pick my fifth? What
Oh,
I'm going
sure.
to do is because
You actually are ranking them
I'm going to
already?
rank them. No,
Okay.
because I'm going to rank them. Well, no, I'm not. It's not even a rank. It's the story.
Yeah.
So what I would actually pick is Man on the Moon
Interesting. Okay.
as the one to show, because here's the deal: The Mask is this incredible caricature that is over.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. No
Yeah.
one had ever seen anything like this.
And has yet to be matched.
Oh, not
I mean, like
not
obviously
even.
they did another one, and it turns out only Jim Carrey could do it.
And maybe one of the one of the phenomenal examples of the first time CG in a movie worked.
Yes.
A combined CG with the human element.
Yeah, because it wasn't trying to be real, and I think that
Right.
that ended up helping it. Yeah, I think the effects hold up.
So
The movie
here's-
came out in 1994.
Yeah, that's unbelievable to think that.
I mean, like that
It's
means in 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
2 years, it's going to be a 30th anniversary.
Okay. Man on the Moon, because
Okay, yeah.
because if you,
Let's talk about Man on the Moon. Why Man on the Moon?
Because that is unbelievable acting. Like, you have to see this movie
Okay.
and then watch actual footage of Andy Kaufman and go, whoa.
Okay. Does it hold up if you don't know who Andy Kaufman is? Like say we're the premise is we're showing it.
No,
I'm
you
not
have to-
trying to talk you out.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying
no,
like
no.
like I don't know if I would show her that because she has no concept of Andy Kaufman. She doesn't even know what Taxi is.
You'd have to show her a little bit of Andy Kaufman, but by the time if you're 4 movies into Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
you want to end. I think you end with this one because you want to show the acting chops and the evolution of his acting. So I'm confident, Man on the Moon.
Okay, Man on the Moon. All right, so I will go off of that and say my thing for showing off acting abilities would be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because that's the same kind of thing. As you've seen the wild, wacky side of it too, like some really, I think that maybe one of his best. There's a couple in here of one of his best dramatic roles too. Such a great idea, such an amazing visual that they put together with that, and then him and Kate Winslet. Who would have known?
Yeah, that's a good. No, that's a good other extreme.
Yeah, I think to go along with sort of the Man on the Moon thing. Yeah, it's interesting.
gets-
I know when we get to the point where we're gonna do the last one, we're gonna get to the point where like we have to eliminate all of these. I do have Grinch. I have How the Grinch. I figure we go for that because if I put the Grinch, that's a different
Grinch.
movie.
Yeah. You're gonna be surprised at what I'm gonna pick in the middle.
Okay, interesting.
I'm gonna pick Liar Liar.
Okay.
Here's why.
Yeah.
The Mask was the absurd.
Yeah.
Man on the Moon was the acting. This is oh wow, I like this guy.
Oh.
I think there were people who saw The Mask and were like, oh my God, I can't deal with this guy.
Yeah.
And then they saw this movie and
He's
went,
unlocked.
no, this guy has overall appeal.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna go with Liar Liar.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have not seen that movie in a long time, but I have fond memories of it.
Yeah.
And I think it is interesting that time period had a lot of those kind of movies. I think maybe after Liar Liar, it was like family comedy, big concept.
Yes.
A star performance, and then they all just fell apart.
Yes.
Like Eddie Murphy, tried it a couple times, and it just never worked right. I can't think of any that really landed in the way that Liar Liar landed. My expectation, it's not sexy, it's not exciting. It was gonna end up on the list no matter what. It has to be The Truman Show. Truman Show, I think, just one of the best movies. I think it might be one of the few perfect movies out there. Like there's almost nothing about that movie that I would change. That would be an interesting list to make of what movies you think are absolutely like frame to frame perfect.
Wait, that's a good contest.
Okay,
that's a good contest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Truman Show. I mean, what more needs to be said about Truman Show? And more relevant now than it was when it came out. Just a fantastic. And like in taking the ordinary, like to have Jim Carrey be the regular guy was a new thing that we had not really seen him do as like the main one, that we all were with him. We all were watching him. It was very voyeuristic. But then to see him having to go through this, then we finds out that the entire world has been watching him since birth. The Truman Show.
Now.
Yeah. I know, we're down to two left for me, 2 left for you. Of all these movies, there's only 4 slots left.
I will I think I'm going to go there,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Because it is this movie. Not only did it generate interest enough for the sequel,
Yeah.
it generated enough interest for a prequel, which was a loose
Yeah.
prequel. But
Yeah.
I still think that it's one thing to be the solo.
Mm-hmm.
This one is really cool to show the duet of comedy.
Yeah.
And I always enjoy that movie.
Okay. All right. I think that actually probably the next one I'm going to show to her is going to be my next pick, which is Batman Forever. She has only seen Batman Returns of that period.
Oh.
I skipped Batman because you know what? No disrespect to those two, but that movie hasn't aged terribly well.
Wait, Batman? Wait, 89 Batman.
89 Batman. Yeah. If you go back and watch it now, you kind of go, oh, it's really slow. It's Batman flat out murders people, yeah, it's really the Joker movie with a little bit of Batman on the side.
Who's he murder?
What?
Who's he murder?
Oh, he takes his car, goes into the enemy base, armors it, drops a bomb, blows it up, kills everyone inside.
You don't know they're all dead.
Yeah, nobody ever comes out.
But you didn't see that.
He blows them up. Like you see the bomb drops to the ground and they all look down and go,
"Oh, they're dead." Oh, they're all dead.
They're all dead. He just murders people.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Batman. So I think once again, I think in the same way that the 1966 Batman has now gotten respect, I think we've gotten to the point where people are beyond that whole you wrecked my serious Batman. It's like, okay, you've had the Nolan trilogy, you now have the Batman, you have your grim and serious one. There's a place for this Batman too. There's a place for high freeze I'm Batman, as much as that pains me to admit it. There is a place for bats on the brain. There's a place for the Jim Carrey Riddler, and there's a place for the Paul Dano Riddler. The multiverse is real. We can live with that.
Can you imagine
Batman Forever?
Them doing a multiverse
and having Jim Carrey show up as the Riddler
in the green leotard?
People. I'm telling you, if they can do a Spider-Verse thing where they have I'm telling you, this is the premise of the Booster Gold movie that you are too cowardly to make. Booster Gold falling through the multiverse, and at one point he ends up in the neon-soaked, Schumacher verse, the Toyetic universe. Come on, with the rollerbladers, people would go crazy.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I only have one slot left.
So I have one slot left.
You have one slot as well. We're getting down to it.
Well, no, I got to tell you though, and I'll have a reason for this.
Sure.
Because I see there was something I wanted to show her this, right?
Sure.
There was one I wanted to go with.
Okay.
But I have reasons why I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Grinch.
You're going with the Grinch, okay.
And the Grinch is my Batman Forever.
Okay.
On this list.
All right.
Showing him in a franchise,
yes.
in an established character, in something that he's playing a role and he's doing an interpretation of something that people already know.
Yeah.
I love this list.
The Grinch is good. I mean, even just for the pain, because those you don't know, Jim Carrey actually had to get a Navy SEAL to teach him pain management techniques because the eyes were so painful. I'm like, I'm sure he saw 3 or 4 years later when they're like, oh yeah, we can digitally do those now. You what?
Oh my god! Oh yes.
Poor man. He suffered for that role. I think it deserves a place on the list. I'm glad it made it on the thing. It is not a good movie, but his performance in it is phenomenal.
That's absolutely true.
He is Jim Carreying it playing through the pain. It is great. Yeah, I didn't need an origin story for the Grinch. I can tell you, if it had not on there, I would have said the Grinch movie that Benedict Cumberbatch was is a better movie. But his performance as Grinch is iconic.
His performances, and up until recently, you could still see the remnants of the set for this movie on the Universal Studios tour.
Oh wow!
I think they just
and Bill Irwin is in that movie too. I love Bill Irwin. He's one of my favorite people. He's currently in Savannah, so if you're in Savannah, go check him out. He's doing a thing about Beckett. All right, so what do we have left? We have Once Bitten, Ace Ventura, Kick-Ass 2, Burt Wonderstone, the number 23, The Majestic, Earth Girls Are Easy, Mr. Popper's Penguin, Bruce Almighty, Yes Man, A Series of Unfortunate Events, and shockingly, my fifth pick, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Geez.
This is a dirty, dirty movie. I'm not a big fan of the Fairley Brothers, but I really think this movie is one of the best ones they've done because this has actual heart to it. It is a gross out comedy in the Son About Mary thing. It was also a bomb.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite of all the Fairley Brothers movies, is Me, Myself, and Irene. I think he is one of his personality. And obviously, it probably has some problematic stuff with mental illness, which I acknowledge, and I have not seen it in a long time. But Jim Carrey is so genuine as one of those people in there. Like, you really feel for the one personality, you know, sort of the nice guy version of it too. He's so kind and sincere that, you know, when the bad side shows up, you're like, you feel really bad. It's the Jekyll and Hyde kind of situation. And then kind of who the female lead was in that. Bridget Jones. Cold Mountain. I'm just gonna keep naming movies that she's been in until you can tell me what her name is, because I have totally forgotten.
Jerry Maguire?
Yes, from Jerry Maguire. There we go. There's another good movie. Like, what's it? Renee Zellweger is the female.
Oh, that's not the movie I thought it was. Then I've never seen that movie.
You never seen that movie?
I thought I did.
Like I said, it's dirty, but it's very much a rated R comedy thing. But it is very, very good.
So wait a minute. What is this list? This list was supposed to be the movies you're going to introduce Jim Carrey to your daughter?
Yeah. Yeah, what we think a showing of I mean, like, hey, you I'd say you're not going to try and come at me about showing her a rated R movie, because
no,
the things you've shown to your
well, that is true. We've talked about that on the podcast before. That's totally true. Now, okay.
Right, so your list is
The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, How the Grinch
Stole Christmas, yeah.
Man on the Moon.
I think it was Dr. Seuss's How the
Yes.
That's showing the thing. All right.
Yes.
All right, and then my list is Cable Guy, Batman Forever, The Truman Show, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So yes, there's some good ones. I know people are going to be shocked that Ace Ventura did not make it on the list. However, Ace Ventura has not aged terribly well either. It's got some real problematic stuff about women and trans people. It is.
It's
hard to watch now.
It's very hard to watch because the character isn't very likable.
Yes.
And I think people forgot that, because when they saw it, when it came out, it was a big deal. It was, he's not likable, but he's funny, and it's funny in a way that I've never seen before.
Everybody in my high school was going,
yes. He's not. It's not a great character.
Yeah. Please, Jim. Please don't bring him back.
Oh no. Well, I don't know how you could.
Well, you can do another Austin Powers. I think that conversation is probably happening right now.
Yes.
You could do another Austin Powers. I think that's
he's
okay.
He's not going to bring it back.
I don't think he's
done.
I don't think
he's done.
Series of Unfortunate Events. I think Neil Patrick Harris kind of nailed it. That Netflix show was amazing.
Yes.
We watched every single episode of that. Could not wait for it to run. And it's fantastic. Majestic was really good. I remember Once Bitten. It was one of the first big roles where he played straight. He was just like the normal guy, being a high schooler, being targeted by a vampire. Probably has some more problematic stuff in there too. Any other ones you see on here that
Burt Wonderstone, isn't it the one with Steve Carell?
It is.
Yeah.
A great premise, a great cast, and it just didn't come together.
Nobody
dueling Vegas magicians.
Yeah.
With the Jim Carrey and Steve Carell and Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
And it just didn't spark.
You're better off seeing The Prestige. So,
best magician movies. That's another one.
They're not dueling Vegas magician? Never mind.
Pre-Vegas.
Kick-Ass
2. He was really good.
He's
at
good.
Kick-Ass 2, but Kick-Ass 2.
And to be respectful to him, you don't want to watch it for that reason, because not for him.
Yeah.
The one that almost would make this?
What?
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. I would say that was very close on mine too.
It would take the Liar Liar slot on mine.
Okay.
But
it would take me, Myself, and Irene slot on mine. That was came to the end. I was sort of like, but I know there's stuff about Bruce Almighty I don't remember. I think might also have not aged very well. This is the bad thing about comedy, is sometimes comedies don't age terribly well. Like, there's some stuff that you're like, ooh, it was funny then, but now. I kind of remember there was some stuff in Bruce Almighty that maybe is questionable. You're like, haha. Oh. We don't
Yeah.
want that. We don't want that. So, all right. So there's our list.
Well, that
So we'll put
is-
that up on the site too. So
I
we've
did
done these
not-
a long time, right?
I did not expect the popsicle. What do we call this? What is this? What is it?
Instant Film Festival.
Instant Film Festival.
Yeah.
After you've licked all the licks off the popsicle.
That's
This is
right.
what
We
you
know
want.
the popsicles. That is-
Really good, and it really makes me want to watch. I want to watch Liar Liar or The Mask now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right, to see how they have aged. Oh, and there also is, if you watch Man on the Moon, there is a great documentary
Yes.
that about what Jim Carrey put himself through
Well,
to play
put-
that. And,
put everyone around him
everyone
through.
around him through. Yeah, exactly.
They were not happy about it.
Yeah. But I say, but I'm glad Jim Carrey's still working. I'm glad he's out there. I'm glad he's having fun. And he retired. Thank you. Like, thank you for these amazing movies. Like, you don't owe us anything. But God, I hope if they do Sonic 3 and they don't have him as Dr. Robotnik, I don't know. I'd say it is. If you're an old school Jim Carrey fan, go see Sonic 2 because like he is giving a full on Jim Carrey performance, and you can tell it was just like all right, here's what we want you to say, and then just do your thing, and they just let the camera roll, and he goes full. I mean, as physical as he ever was, he gets a laugh just by a look or a gesture.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well,
those are 10 random things.
Reached another end to another episode of 10 Random Things. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us online. Check us out at 10randomthings.com. In the meantime, have some random fun.